Chief Mediator Kofi Annan and Graca Machel, a member of the Panel of Eminent African Persons, began their day at Harambee House, where they met and held discussions with their host, President Kibaki. The main agenda was to assess the coalition government's performance in the implementation of Agenda 4 reforms. Kibaki told Annan and Machel that publication of the harmonized draft constitution and releasing it to the public for debate was a major step forward. On police reforms, Kibaki pointed out that the government had begun implementing recommendations of the Philip Ransley report. On land, identified as one of the major catalysts of the post-election skirmishes, Kibaki said the cabinet had approved a national land policy that has since been adopted by parliament. From Harambee House, the Annan team proceeded to Serena Hotel, where they held discussions with various groups, among them the donor community, who pointed out that though some reforms were underway, a lot more needed to be done.
We also would like to see the President and the Prime Minister come together to resolve the main contentious issues on the Constitution so that they can present a united view to the Committee of Experts and the Kenyan people in order to try to ensure that the referendum is not divisive.
There is a strong feeling amongst the international community, shared with many, many Kenyans, that now is the moment of truth for this key reform of the Constitution.
The religious groups also met Annan and expressed concern that many Kenyans may not get a chance to make their proposals on how to improve the harmonized draft constitution.
And his concern that he shared with us is that all Kenyans should get copies of the draft and be able to read and have opportunity to make an input.
But the Committee of Experts that also held a session with Annan insisted that the issue of extending the 30-day period given to Kenyans was beyond them.
The people to direct that question to are the members of parliament. They put out the statutory framework. So this is a statutory time period. It is not a period that anyone has any discretion over.
Annan also met members of the Truth, Justice and Reconciliation Commission, as well as representatives of the civil society. Despite intense pressure from the international community, the Grand Coalition government remains confident that it has done exceptionally well in implementing Agenda 4 reforms. Kofi Annan tomorrow will make a substantive scorecard so that the government can know where it stands on implementing these reforms, whose key agenda was to avert a recurrence of post-election skirmishes. Francis Gashuri, Citizen TV at Harambee House in Nairobi.